Hello, all you YouTubers. I am the Zion Zeus, and I just want to let you know that we had an absolutely fantastic radio show last night. You can go to blogtalkradio.com back show. Some very in tune people what's going on the planet. There's definitely an increase in a lot of different things going on the planet as of late. And you can go to yourdivineroots.com, go to the donate button, and pick a couple of different selections to donate, and keep us up and running, keep us going. All this information that we compile and put out there, it's a pleasure to really do all this for everybody watching the videos, and I want to thank everybody. Great job. You can also friend me up on Facebook, the Zion Zeus. Okay, so what I wanted to do today in this video is just look at the upshot in earthquakes on the planet. And they say that an object or a star, a comet, whatever you want to call it, is to break the ecliptic plane September 11th, and that means that will come up from the southern hemisphere up to the northern hemisphere. So those living in the northern hemisphere will be able to see this particular object, planet, comet, whatever you want to call it. So what I decided to do was have a look at the southern hemisphere and see what the earthquakes look like from that section. And the one thing we notice is that in the last hour are red, the big blues is today, and the big ones is the week. And we do notice there is a pattern here. Here we have a lot of quakes here, and we have quakes up here, here, and here. So could there be something coming in the southern hemisphere this way, and which is tugging on these plates right here? Because if we look at this pattern, see, this pattern goes big, 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 small, small, big, big, small, small, big, big. So could something be coming up this way here? So if we look at our earthquake 3D program, what I did was, this is a spear inside the earth, and this is the core, and this is exactly the same area that we have going on the USGS. So let's put the earth in there, and as we can see, there's the Antarctic area right here, and there's the Antarctic here. So let's add some quakes in and see what we have going on last couple of days. Okay, so we can see the same kind of pattern happening: small, small, big, big, and up around here we have something. So could something be actually coming up along this way, the southern hemisphere, right up here? It's possible. So let's move it and let's spin it down a little bit. There is a house in New Orleans, they call it rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. So what we did there was we tilted the earth going up a little bit more towards the northern hemisphere. So if something is coming up in the morning and coming up this direction, you would have lights, and we definitely have a lot of activity going on here. So let's spin our earthquake 3D up to and follow this path. So there's a spin there. let's spin it up one more time. And it does seem to be some pattern happening, a pull maybe you could say, or as it spins around it would have a pull. There is a pulling going on here. You can see small small big big, small small big big. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so let's spin it around a little bit. Spin this guy around too. Spin him around this way. Okay, we can see in this area there is definitely, in the ring of fire, there is definitely an upshot of quakes right here. All this area here. Let's have a look. Spin this one around too. One more. And there we have it. Small small big, small small big small, as if like something is coming up this direction, right up in along here, and tugging on here, small small. There is definitely a pattern happening across the United States right here, right across it. We have another big one. It's like there's something coming right up in here. Let's have a look, and that does transpire to our earthquake 3D as well. You can see it gets big right in the middle, 4.4, 5.4, 5.0, and it trickles on up here as well. So let's add a little bit more detail. So we can see there's definitely a pulling here, a pulling over this direction, a pulling here, a pulling up here, and a pulling right in here. So if something was coming in right in this area, these areas it would pull on. These areas right here, it would pull on these areas. Let's spin this around one more. And we can see again, if something's coming in here, it would pull here, all along this area, all along here, start trickling in here. So maybe it's coming in right here, maybe breaking the ecliptic plane up here, because this is the equator right across here. So this is the northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. Spin this around one more time. So if something was coming in, is it possible that it's gonna break the ecliptic plane right up in this area? Because the pull is right in here. So Australia, you would be starting to see a lot of different things there. All this area of the world, possibly September 11 could see it first, breaking the ecliptic. And then as the world comes around, you would have, let's see, as it comes around, you would have the west coast of California, see it, then down to South America. But we do know that Europe comes up before all this area over here. So the earth comes around like this. If we put a night view on this, on the earth right now, let's have a look at the night view. California, I believe, is at the night right now. So if we put the earth at night, like like that, and we have a look at some times, we would see that it's about, let's see, it's 8:08 right now, so it's about 4 AM in Europe. So the sun is already starting to come around Europe right now, starting to break here, and as it goes along, sunrise right here. Actually no, over here. Sunrise is creeping in. So this is the sunrise. As the earth turns around, the sun would be here. So west, east, rise in the east, so it'd be in here. And as the earth goes around this way, the sun then comes in here, so if it breaks the ecliptic right in that area we were looking at, it could, let's see, so we do have an upshot on quakes here too. We had one in Holland today actually. So right now the sun is not, it's still sunset in Europe. The sun is coming around at this time. It's about to sunrise. Africa and so on, Spain. So the sun will come along this area. So Europe, as it breaks the ecliptic plane, could see it first. Then into South America. But then it would really matter where it comes up that day. So it could, if it's coming in here, it may actually, you may actually see it here first as it breaks the ecliptics, but it's gonna break it early September 11th, the morning. So as this goes around and comes around again, so yeah, you definitely have an upshot of quakes here, right here. So I actually believe it's going to be seen possibly in these areas first, and I guess we just have to wait and see. But there's definitely a pulling in this that area we're looking at. Nothing so much here, so it could be early or midday sometime that could break it. So let's do a quick check here. That's what I'm looking at right now. So that's what I have for the earthquakes so far. Is there, do we have a list? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at our list really quick. Okay, so if I was to look at my chart, I could say that, let me see, so there's the last major quakes. Okay, so I would say over this region here could be up for a big quake, right in the center of the Pacific, and this region could go off, possibly the west coast, and even South America right here, this area, to balance off what's going on. So they'd be the areas I'll be looking at the next couple of days. The other area I'd be looking at right here is the English Channel, right up and down here. You can see the pattern already forming. I talked about this a couple of days ago, but right up here, up into the North Pole, right there, all these areas here could be something that could begin to go off. And Russia even is starting to pop up as well. So there's definitely a lot of activity going on. There's a lot of activity going on, folks, so stay awake and aware. The message of the Georgia Guidestones: maintain humanity under 500,000 in perpetual balance with nature. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. Unite humanity with a living new language. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Look, let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Balance personal rights with social duties. Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. Be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. Limit the population of the earth to 500 million will require the extermination of 9/10 of the world's people. The American Stonehenge's reference to establishing a world court foreshadows the current move to create an international criminal court and a world government. The Guidestones emphasize a preserving nature, anticipates the environment movement of the 1990s, and the references to the seeking harmony with the infinite reflects the current nature of the spirituality.